Been an awesome day. 4 limits of mallards. We're gonna have pulled goose sandwiches tonight, American barbecue. Like we said, we did Mexican, Asian, and Italian. Now we're gonna do a little American barbecue, BBQ. We're taking these lessers, cutting the breast off of the breastplate. We'll go in, we'll get them in salt water and really soak the meat and get the blood out of it, cut all the fat off of it. And then we're gonna boil it for 20 minutes. Then we're gonna put it in a crock pot on low for 7 hours and about a gallon or about 3/4 of a gallon of real apple cider. So we got our specs, Canada's mixture, and cut all the fat off, got all the gristle out, all the stuff I could, the rough spots, the blood spots, just clean them off real good. And I got a pot of water right over here boiling. And all you do on this recipe is take your goose meat, and for 20 minutes, we're gonna let it boil in hot water. And what that's gonna do is break it down, get the game out of it, get the oil out of it. And the water's not too pretty when you're done, but it's amazing what it does on this recipe. Because you don't want this boiling in that hot water in the crock pot for 7 hours on low, then 1 hour on high. You want to get all this out before you put it in there. So after we boil it, we're going to put it back in here and then rinse it off real good. And then by that time, we'll have our mixture and everything ready to go in our crock pot, which is going to be, there's no apple cider up here in this part of Alberta. So what we're going to do is do a little apple juice and Coca-Cola mixture and pray for the best. We'll see it. You know, we're just making do with what we have. So wish us luck. Told you that water isn't too pretty, but 20 minutes exactly. All the goose breasts, Canada lessers, and speckle bellies boiled for 20 minutes. And now all we're gonna do is rinse them off and transfer them into our crock pot where we got Coca-Cola and apple juice mixture, kind of winging it because we were unlucky in our journey to find some 100% pure apple cider, but that's okay. So we're just gonna rinse these a little bit in cold water, let them cool a little bit. That's what they look like when they come out of that boiling water. Just rinse off all that yuck from that water. Now I'm just gonna take these, put them right into our crock pot. So we've had this crock pot on, it's on low. We'll put the lid on it. And first I wanna make sure that we get all of these submerged in the juice. And we'll let that Coca-Cola and apple juice do its thing for 7 hours on low and then 1 hour on high. Put the lid on there and we rolling. Got some barbecue sauce waiting, pickles, onion buns, cheese. Should have a nice little dinner tonight. All right, so here we are. We've reached that 8-hour mark. The last hour has been on high. Our speckle belly and Canadas have been going all afternoon. And they look perfect. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take them out with a fork, put them on the cutting board. You can just see how they're falling apart, just like pulled pork does when you're barbecuing. But if you look right here, you can just take it, just two forks just like this. Hold it with one fork and just motion it away from it with the other fork. And you can see how the meat just pulls apart, just like if you were making a pulled pork sandwich. Oh God, boys, this might be dandy. All right, so there it is. All of our pork pulled apart. We're gonna put it back. We took the rest of the juice out, the Coca-Cola and apple juice mixed out of the crock pot. Left a little tiny bit of it in the bottom just for a little bit of a flavor adder. There's our pulled pork in there. We're going to take a bunch of chives and green onions, put those in there like that. We're going to take a little bit of Mediterranean sea salt, put that right across the top, and a little bit of steak seasoning. Then we're gonna take whatever your favorite kind of, whatever the store has, barbecue sauce. We usually like to use Sweet Baby Ray's, but we got some Bullseye tonight. Gonna empty that bottle right there. One more bottle of that. It's usually gonna take about 2 bottles of this but you just moisten it and flavor it as much as you want. Right now we have about 12 geese in there, so about 24 pieces of meat. I know about 8 geese, so about 16 pieces of meat. Just gonna take our forks. We're just gonna start stirring that sauce in there. All those onions, that salt, that steak seasoning. I mean, it smells so good. Again, you've heard me say it before. I wish you could smell through that TV right now. You know what? I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more sauce just to make sure that it's flavored and moistened right. So that is a mixture of a speckle belly and a Canada Lesser pulled barbecue sandwich. I'm gonna let the owners of Killam Waterfowl Outfitters be the first to give it a shot.
All right.
Roll with it, roll with it, roll with it.
Wow.
Passes the test. Your palate's okay? Davey? Dave good?
Oh yeah.
Promise?
Eat that all day long.
And it tastes like
Oh, you will.
as good as pork, huh?
Oh yeah, it does.
Canada goose and speckle belly goose. You know, 8 to 10, 12, 15 geese in a crock pot all day and feed the entire camp probably for 2 or 3 days, but it's a great way to make sure that your birds are being utilized. It tastes great, it stays moist, and the flavor's awesome. So